Hello, this is Karensa, and today I want to tell you about my top 5 favourite series from my childhood. I was just going to do a top 5 favourite series video today, but then I started thinking about all the books that I loved when I was younger, and I just really wanted to talk about them because there are so many good ones. But I've managed to narrow it down to my 5 favourite series from my childhood years. They're not in any particular order, by the way, because I find it so hard comparing books to each other. Like, there was no way I could order these because I love them all for different reasons. My number 1 favourite series has kind of caused a bit of an avalanche on my shelf because it's so big, but it is the Mallory Tower series by Enid Blyton. But I love these books so much. They were like my favourite things when I was younger. I was really into all the boarding school stuff when I was a kid, so these books were just amazing. These just have such a great cast of characters that are all really quirky and unique and different, and they're just so much fun to read. Like, I love them so much. They were just such great books. I really want to reread them all, but there are quite a lot. Number 2 is the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series by Kinney. I've only read the first 3 books in this series because when I got into them, these were the only books that were out, and by the time the other ones came out, I'd kind of moved on and got into other series. So no, I have not read the entire series, but aren't there like 10 gazillion books now? You've probably read them or heard of them, but they're basically written like they've got cartoon pictures, and they're just so funny. I couldn't get over how funny they were when I was younger. I just love the style of these books. I think it's really cute how they've got the cartoon pictures. It makes them really different to anything else. My 3rd favourite series is one that I don't actually own. I used to own it and then I got rid of it, and I honestly have no idea why. It is the Oswain Tales by Houghton. The first 2 books in the series were definitely my favourites, and I reread them many times, and the last 3 I couldn't really get into very much because they had a very different feel to them, and I don't know, I just didn't find them as exciting or interesting. But Hagbane's Doom and Gublack's Greed were so great. Honestly, I have no clue why I got rid of them. I really liked these books. They were fantasy books and they were just so cool. There were so many different elements to them that I just loved, and the characters were great. The 4th series I want to talk about is Tales of Karensa by Cullop. These are actually like Christian books. It's basically the story of Jesus but told like in a fantasy world and aimed at kids, but they're really great. I used to love them when I was younger. I was really into fantasy when I was younger, if you couldn't tell, and I loved the whole fantasy thing, and I thought all the people's names were really cool. They had names like Morwyn and Petrock, and I really liked that. Yeah, I reread these many times as well, although I don't really remember them all that well. I remember bits from the first 2 books, but the last 2 I basically have no recollection of. But I feel like they could be accessible to non-Christians as well, because they're really exciting stories, and I don't think you have to believe in Jesus to enjoy the stories in these books. And finally, my number 5 favourite series is Warriors: The New Prophecy. These are the only Warriors books I've ever read. I know it's the 2nd series, but I never read the 1st series, and I don't really know why. In fact, I've never even finished this series. These are only the first 4 books out of 6, and I never read the last 2. But these 4 I absolutely love, although it really frustrates me that this one is different to the others. It looked the same on Amazon, okay, and then it arrived and it wasn't the same, and it really angers me because it looks horrible on the shelf. These again are just really exciting with great characters, and they're so original and unique. I just couldn't help but love them. It made me want my own warrior cat clan, and me and my friends used to make up our own actually. We came up with all the names, and I even drew a few of the cats from them, although I wasn't very good at drawing cats, so they were a bit rubbish. But no, I just really liked how unique and different these were, and I think at some point I should read the last 2 in this series and the 1st series, because apparently the 1st series is like way better than this one. But yeah, I like these a lot. Well, that made me want to reread every book ever, oh my goodness. I hope you enjoyed hearing about the books that I liked when I was younger, and maybe you liked some of these as well. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and you could consider subscribing to my channel if you're interested. I actually managed to make a mid-month video this month. Whoop whoop. Oh, that was so cringy, oh my goodness. There's not much else to say. How do I end this without sounding really awkward? I don't know, but I'll see you next time. Bye!